Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and it's time to look at the KNT Netball Association. Our correspondent, Sally Bywater, is on the line with me to tell us everything we need to know. Good to speak with you again, Sally. Happy Friday. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Last week we discussed round 5, and this week we're discussing round 5 again because it is indeed this split round, so the players getting a bit of a break. Half the league were on the bye last weekend, half of them are on the bye this weekend. So let's get into last weekend's games, just the two of them. But there were two thrillers, it needs to be said, a couple of single-digit margins. So let's start with Naracoorte defeating Border Districts 51-43. Not a great start to the season for Border Districts on the win-loss ledger.
No, it hasn't been. Yeah, they've definitely been one of those sides that have been on the wrong side of these games for them. But, you know, we speak about Naracoorte quite regularly and saying they have to win these games, and that they did last week, which was great to see for them. And so that 8-goal win, but yeah, very tight game all throughout. They just had a great middle of the game, then the second and third quarters going up by 5 goals. So a great win for the Naracoorte girls. And yeah, a couple of injuries to Border Districts probably didn't help their case in that game, but hopefully there's some recovery. Then they'll have a week off this week, so hopefully that's good for them. And yeah, it's great to see some young players in there going from one end to the other, shooting and defending. So a great win here by Naracoorte.
Yeah, from the outside looking in last year and in the early stages of this year, it looks like this was a really important win for Naracoorte. Good to beat one of those really competitive teams, and good to get a close win as well, just the single-digit margin like we said. So well done to Naracoorte, good win there, a little bit of work to do for Border Districts, and I'm sure they'll enjoy the week off this weekend. The other game was even closer, Bordertown beating Padthaway 47-43. So Bordertown on the board with their first win for the year, but Padthaway very close to getting theirs, but just couldn't quite get over the line.
No, great win here. We thought this would be a great game. Obviously, both looking for their first win this season, and yeah, really started off right from the get-go. There was great plays all over the court, execution well by the shooters in both teams. Bordertown had a slender lead by 3 goals at half-time, and really in that third quarter put their foot down again and went up by 5, which was great for them to have a good lead going for the last quarter. But to Padthaway's credit, they came back in the last quarter. They won that by 4, and probably, another 10 minutes, anything could have happened. But a great game here between two sides, and yeah, good to see Bordertown have their first win for the season.
So that is it for the round 5 action. As we move on to the round 5 action in the split round, Sally, I asked Courtney in our Western Air wrap-up earlier in the show about this. I'd love to get your thoughts as well. The split round or the bye rounds, do you think it's good to have that extra week off? Do the players come in feeling fresh and ready to go for that next game? Or do you think sometimes it can get them feeling a little bit too sluggish if they've had the week off?
I personally probably would think more the sluggish. Like, I think the stop-start round isn't, in netball, it's probably not warranted as much as probably in football when you've got the sore bodies that need that extra recovery time. And we've got the split round in May, and then in a few weeks' time we have another week off with country champs, and then probably another month after that we have another week off with a football country champ. So in 3 months having a week off, it's probably a bit stop-start. Training might not be the same each week for the clubs, and they might, really settle down. But if you have got injuries, it is great, but I personally would like to just keep going.
All right, interesting to hear that take. And Courtney earlier in the show did agree with that. And in Western Air Netball, they've got an odd number of teams. So when they have a league-wide bye, a couple of teams on the front and the back end of that, they're going to end up with the double week off. So it's compounded even more. But interesting to hear that take. Let's look ahead to this weekend's games now. And there are some crackers. This is the one I'm most looking forward to. I think Kybe Bolite and Penola should be a really good game. It's at Kybe, and it's a good chance for them to take a big scalp.
Absolutely. I think this will be a fantastic game. Obviously, Penola's sitting in third at the moment with the 3 wins, and Kybe with just out of that 5 with the 2 wins. So they'll be wanting to get this win in this game. Penola's started off a bit slowly, but they've really played the good last 4 weeks. So I think this will be a great game for them as well. I think Penola might get the win, even though they are travelling to that Kybe, but I think it'll be a great game and one of the ones to watch this week.
Most definitely, and I probably went a bit too soon calling that the game of the round. Keith and Mundalla, top of the table clash taking place. I do think the Kybe and Penola game will be a thriller, and it'll be really interesting to see where those two teams are at. But at this stage of the season, Keith and Mundalla clearly have been the 2 best teams. Neither team has lost a game yet, 4-0 each, but something's got to give tomorrow.
Absolutely. I think this will be the top of the table round of the clash. So I think this will be a fantastic game. It's at Keith having the home ground advantage. Whether that works or not, I don't know. But I also think Mundalla, they've got a few players that like playing indoors, so I think that'll really suit them. So I think this will be a fantastic game. We'll probably get a winner out of this one. I think it might be Mundalla in a close one.
All right, so whoever wins that one will be outright on top of the ladder and the last remaining undefeated team. So really looking forward to seeing who gets on top in that one. Last game of the split round is going to be Kingston hosting Lucindale. Should be a good game here as well. Kingston, obviously, they've just got the one win for the year. Lucindale, good chance for them to flex their muscles a bit and show that they're still, keeping touch with that top 4, top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I think another great game. This has just been a really good round of netball. I think we've had some teams that are really going to be good. So I think this will be another good game. I think Lucindale will get the win and get their 3-2 for the year. But Kingston have been playing some really good netball. They've been close in most games they've played in. So I think they'll really take it up to Lucindale, but I just think they'll be a bit strong in this one.
All right, some really enticing fixtures, even though we've only got 3 of the 5 games on because it is the split round. Looking forward to seeing who all the winners are. Good luck if you're playing in the KNT Netball Association this weekend. Sally, enjoy all the action. Thank you for joining us once again. Have a good weekend. We'll chat next week.
Well, sounds great. Thank you.